Hi, I'm Burley Mullins, and welcome back to Method to the Meadness. Now, in today's episode, this is going to be part 2 of our Skyrim Dragon's Breath Mead. As you can see, the yeast has finished its primary fermentation and has mostly settled to the bottom. There's still a little bit of cloudiness in there, but this is ready to go into secondary fermentation where some sediment will still continue to fall out of suspension, and some of the flavors will have some time to settle before we put it in a bottle. And if there's any yeast activity, this is the chance to have it just run its course and dissipate. I will also be taste testing the mead. It's probably not going to be very good at this point in time, but it'll give me an idea of the direction the mead is heading. Alright, let's go ahead and do it. This is probably going to be a short video. You might be wondering why this fermenter's up high. I'm going to be siphoning it down into this one, and it just needs to be above the level that the mead's going to be in this one. More on the siphon in a second. Okay. If you've ever brewed at home before, you should be pretty familiar with this. This is a what's known as a cane siphon, because the people who name these things are very imaginative. The tip here doesn't actually draw in the liquid through the bottom right here. It draws it in up here over this lip, which means I can pretty much stick this into the sediment at the bottom as long as I don't stir it up, and it should be able to collect all of the mead without collecting much, if any, of the sediment itself at the bottom. And what you want to do is just pump it once, maybe two. You need to get it low enough that it makes it all the way to the top and starts the siphoning action. There we go. Now I just have to sit back, relax, and watch it siphon out automatically. By the way, comment below if you like this format, if you want to see more updates, sort of during the primary fermentation. Let me know below. If this is something that you like to see, racking into secondary, or if you don't need to see this going forward, also comment below. If we can just montage this and skip to a second part or a part 3. The next mead that I will do is going to be a sparkling mead, so that one you're going to want to see it racked after the primary fermentation anyways. We'll get into that more in another video. Some sediment was getting in with the tilt, that's why I'm holding it now. This process generally lets in a little bit more oxygen than I'd like to see in an ideal environment, but I'm doing this as a hobby in my home, so I'll make do with what I've got. Okay, where was I? Ah yes, so as you can see, loss was fairly minimal. We still have about a gallon of mead. There's layer of sediment, and the entire walls of this are covered in basically dead yeast. Alright, now let's taste the direction this Dragon's Breath mead is heading. I expect to get some fruity character off of the honey, which I had noted before we put it in. There was apricot and a citrusy note to the honey itself, the purple star thistle honey. I was looking forward very much to seeing how that ends up in the final product, and we'll see if I was either light or heavy-handed with the black pepper. about as sweet as I had intended it to be. You do get the fruit-forward notes from the honey. This is a little drier than I intended it to be. But all the same, this is delicious. You would not be wrong to add a little bit more honey or use a little bit less water than I did. There's the kick from the pepper. And this, you get with fresh cracked black pepper, this fruity poppy note that comes forward. Not poppy as in the flower, or the seeds, but poppy as in pop. With the heat, and you're really getting that here. But it's in the background a little bit. You feel it on your tongue. And at first, and if I didn't tell you that this had black pepper in it, you would be wondering what that was. Maybe it's not as strong as the name Dragon's Breath might imply, but it's noticeable. It's there. If you could, it would really help me out if you could make the algorithm gods happy, by giving this video a like, hitting the subscribe button, and hitting the notification bell so you can see when my next video comes up. Comment below if you like this content, if you have any meads you would like to see me make, and if you comment if you like this format. It'll really help me out. Thank you very much. This is Method of the Meadness. This wouldn't be an episode of Method to the Meadness without an interrupting Thor segment. Hey boy. Thor. Go boy. I do believe my wife just brought him in here to interrupt me. Yep, it's part of the show now. It's part of the brand.